So no invite if you are a white person in Boston. The mayor there is Michelle Wu. She's facing backlash over her holiday party exclusively for, quote, electeds of color. So her office sent an email invitation to all city council members instead of just those of color. And then the mayor later had to defend that party invite last night. Watch.
Given some of the strife that exists, though, in this council, are you concerned this lends itself at all to further divisiveness?
No, I mean, again, this is a group that has been in place for many, many years. We want to be a city where everyone's identity is embraced and that there are spaces and communities that we can help support.
Okay, all right, so we embrace Tarlov and Tyrus. I should say minutes later, someone from the office sent an email out. This is what it read. I want to apologize for my previous email regarding a holiday party for tomorrow. I did send that to everyone by accident. I apologize if my email may have offended or came across as so. Sorry for any confusion this may have caused.
But basically, it still is like if you're white, you're not invited.
And if this happened at any company in America, what would the HR department say then?
The same thing that I'm saying right now. You need to resign. Like, this is the most disturbing thing. Is the apology is for getting caught. That's the biggest. That should be the big red flag. And then when questioned on it, it was like, we want to make sure there's a safe place for everybody, unless of course you're white, because you're not welcome at a Christmas party. Your constituents are not just people of color. They're white people that have voted you in. But when you do this, you don't look at the consequences. If I was a white nationalist right now, I'd be saying, I told you. See, this is what happens. They are after us. All the negative stuff that you see on the extreme sides of things, this is the same thing. The only difference is because it's white people, and white people allow this BS to go down. If I was a white person as her staffer, I'd quit. I'm not working for someone like that. If that happened, if me and Jessica had a tall people only Christmas party, you think little Gutfeld would appreciate that?
Would I be invited though?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What do you think of
Heart so
this?
big you get to come.
I don't know.
Tyrus, not in the spirit of the morning. I think it's
Jessica,
really not great.
I mean,
yeah.
anything short is just a fantastic boo-boo.
Well, it's also, there are only 15 members on the council. This wasn't like we're about to be flooded by thousands of white people, right? There were 7 extra people that were going to be invited to this party. And you would think that you would also want to build camaraderie amongst your city council members in a town like Boston, which does have race issues.
A lot of problems.
A lot of historic ones and ones that still remain. It's interesting also coming, she is the first female mayor of Boston, first person of color to do this. And I'm thinking a lot about how we've seen this evolution in gender discrimination, right? There used to be all these clubs that were just for men. And then there was a club founded called The Wing, which was this very kind of hoity-toity ladies club here in the city, and they were sued for gender discrimination.
Right.
And in 2019, they had to change their policy.
Yeah.
And I understand that people want to spend time with people who are like them. That's something that we do all the time.
That happens anyway, though, right?
Right. But for it to be the
For a
formal
government
rule.
and for the government office to do it.
And let's remember, it was supposed to be secret.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, let's cue up this other story here. Our nation's capital did something that I don't think has ever happened in the history of America before. 2 major sports teams left Washington, D.C. on the same day. They're going to Northern Virginia. Here's Glenn Youngkin talking to Laura about that last night. First, roll this.
Across America, we've got a huge divide. We've got winners and losers. And we see it in states where the states that are led by Republican governors are winning and the states that are led by Democrat governors are losing. And the data is just so clear.
So we have a number of examples, right? I mean, you and I were talking about this earlier. Washington, D.C., right? You got Oakland, California, where the Raiders and the A's left within about a year and a half time. And Buster Posey, who was a great catcher for the San Francisco Giants, thinks that Ohtani would not sign for San Francisco because of the problems in that city there.
Makes sense to me. I mean, going to a sporting event is supposed to be a good time. It's supposed to be something you do with your family. You take your kids, you go to see your heroes. But just getting there, just getting in the parking lot, dealing with the homeless situation, the crime situation, how much it costs to go. Like now, Oakland's always kind of had problems keeping teams.
And I'm sorry, the Golden State Warriors left Oakland too.
Yeah, we're seeing that a lot.
But they stayed.
They went to the
Yeah.
more affluent side of the area. So it's it used to be poor neighborhoods, it was a good, you get an arena, it would change, it would build up the economy, and you see all these great things.
Well, and that was certainly true in Washington, D.C., in that particular area of downtown. When I moved there in '95, I never would have gone to that neighborhood. A lot of redevelopment, a lot of investment, a lot of opportunity. The metro goes right there, so it's supposed to be easier to get there. The traffic in Northern Virginia is not going to get any better because of this move, but the mayor there, she is really taking it on the chin.
It's all on her.
Yeah, and the press conference wasn't great. She didn't know the metro lines. But Otani is going to Los Angeles. He's not going to some place that doesn't have a crime or homelessness problem. So,
You live in Malibu and have a great year.
LA's a lot bigger.
Thank you.
They could live in Marin.
Great to have you both.
And, thanks.
Hopefully see you next week.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.